Good afternoon, my friends. Sunday Stroll with Mary T. I'm going to stay close to home today. I had a couple of vaccines yesterday and I'm a little beaked. But that's okay. I'm still outside and enjoying this great, beautiful world. First thing I want to show you, again, it's always sense and savor. What does this one need? And what's the kindest thing I can do for myself right now? So getting outside, seeing the blue sky, walking under the trees, and I happen to be just outside a very famous and historic cemetery in Fort Lauderdale. It's called Evergreen Cemetery. It was built in early 1900s, which is for South Florida old, because South Florida was not populated by folks who were not indigenous until the late 1800s, early 1900s. But I wanted to show you this. It's called Resurrection Fern, and it grows on trees and will be dormant until it gets rain. And we've gotten quite a bit of rain lately, so I wanted to share that with you. Besides, who doesn't love resurrection, right? You can see some of the fern didn't quite get enough of its water this week. Then we've got this big beautiful patch of green right here. So, seeing what we can see everywhere we are. Excuse me. Of course, one of the nicest things about this particular cemetery, besides it being historic, are the trees and the birds. And during the winter, we'll get some bird watchers out here because some migratory birds that come out here are quite popular. It's also the resting place of Leslie Nielsen, the actor. One of my favorite parts he played, of course, was in the movie Airplane, where he plays the pilot. The one that says, "Don't call me Shirley." Some beautiful red ginger in the front yard of these fine folks. I had to share that with you. The way the ginger catches the sunlight. It's almost electric. Take a moment and enjoy that. I hadn't noticed before it ever opens up. It's very tightly wound. And of course, despite being right next to this bike path, these irises are gorgeous. Let's see if we can get in there nice and close. You may have already figured out that I love irises. I just noticed that there's some seed pods here. Not that I'm going to be stealing from the neighbors, because this is right of way, but I would consider finding out how to add them to my garden. The cemetery also has quite a few gravestones of veterans. I'm trying to remember if in my first moving here exploration, if there had been any Civil War veterans. Definitely lots of World War I veterans, World War II, Korea. But as you can see, the trees are just lovely, and it's a very quiet place. Flowers and butterflies. And memories of historic families in this part of South Florida, the Stranahans, the Huizingas. People's families who've been here for generations. trying to remember. These are called Mandeville. I know I've seen them in the bright yellow. I don't think I've seen them in the purple though. Let's see if we can take a nice deep dive into the joys of flower. As you know, it's purple. Of course I'm going to stop. It's a mockingbird for us. These blooms caught my eye from across the street. I had to come over and take a look at them, and of course, such a rich fragrance. But as you can see, growing around lines for power. Look at this purple. Oh my goodness. Such a purple. The yellow throat. Oh, I could just sit there staring at that velvety purple. Lovely. So I was walking earlier, came across a little playground, and I don't know about you, but I find a playground I have to get on a swing. Okay, maybe my days of sliding down the slide are over. Well, at least today it is. Last time I slid down a slide, it was 20 feet long, and there were no brakes, and I ended up on my backside. But it was well worth the trip. God, I love that purple. And this is a tree to catch your eye. It's called a gumbo limbo, otherwise known as a tourist tree, because the bark is red and peels, just like Florida tourists who are not prepared for our sun. Oh, look, we have some more resurrection fern here too, but it's just the way it's twisting, and it's got very interesting branches. This neighborhood is called Rio Vista, which is an historic neighborhood. Lots of small ranch-style homes, which give way when people sell them to people who are going to build homes of distinction, such as this one. They ended up buying 2 plots to have no neighbors or to have a very extensive footprint. We have a staghorn fern here. This one's been around for a long time. Somebody put that in that tree ages ago. And again, it's another gumbo limbo. That's a fine specimen of a tree. It's one of our ficus. It's been here forever. As you can see, the extra roots coming down. The canopy's got to be at least 100 feet, maybe 75 feet wide. But around the base, what does that look like? 30 feet around? Oh yeah. Palm trees have taken up residence, other trees as well. Why not? We have a palm warbler just flew into space. Is she gonna stay there long enough for me to get her? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, there she is. Oh, that was nice of you to fly towards me. Then we have those yellow irises. If I remember correctly, they're probably called ground orchids, but they look like irises to me. So we'll enjoy the yellow. Right up there for purple is yellow for me. You can hear the birds. Mockingbirds are doing a lot of dancing with each other in the sky. thinking it must be mating season. Take that nice little bit of sunshine there. That's a mockingbird. Multiple songs sewn together. And once they get to the end of their run, they start over. Okay, you can see what else caught my eye. This beautiful fuchsia, Bougainvillea. There's a cardinal singing, along with the mockingbird. But this is some fine electric fuchsia. And of course the Bougainvillea, the color leaves are not the flowers. The little teeny tiny white are the flowers. But the color draws the creatures. I've taken still photos of this lovely garden for you all before. The really nice roses are on the inside. But hey, I gotta give props to anybody who puts roses on the sidewalk for us to enjoy. They're a little past their prime right now, but hey, they're roses. How can we go wrong? And here's a nice set to enjoy. And we can be a little envious of the ones behind the fence, yellow ones. And pink. Tall. Gorgeous. Yeah, this person's very generous to share with us all the way out here on the sidewalk. And allowing them to grow so large, so tall, so gorgeous. And as you can see, many, many variegations in the colors, even on the same plant. Oh, and a bee. Doing what bees do, making love to the roses. Just like we, in our appreciation with what we see, we can also make love with our eyes. All the glorious beauty that are in our path every day. I always love walking by this house because of the roses. Yeah, fantastic. Sadly, this used to be a house. Massive trees all the way around. Looks like they saved 2 of the trees. And of course, this is large enough to put in one gigantic house or 2. But this vine says we're not going to stop being beauty. Alright, you don't get to see a yellow-crowned night heron very often. So we're going to take a look at this nice creature. This is a lake just to the east and below the cemetery, which is across the water and up about 25 feet. The yellow-crowned night heron looks like he or she is walking away. This one will make lots of noise if it is spooked. This is a real treat. I haven't seen one in a long time, so I'm glad we've seen one together. It's of the heron family, shorter legs. Same family but a different species of the little blue heron and the great blue herons and green herons. There he goes. Well, it was wonderful. I was able to share that with you.